Hello, welcome to my art desk. Today I want to go through all of the collages that I made in the past year. About a year ago I discovered East of Honey, run by Rosie. She does very odd but very cool collages. I don't even know how to describe them. Surrealism, but humorous. I don't know, but they just work. So you should definitely go check out her channel. So after I discovered her channel, I wanted to try it myself. So I ended up, over the past year, collecting a lot of magazines and trying this collage hobby, and I've really enjoyed it. So the first one I'll show you here, I will have to show you a photo of it because my niece had asked me to make her one. And she had a few things and she sent me a few ideas of what she liked. So this is the one that I came up with for her, and she really loved it, and I was so happy with how it turned out and happy that she loved it. So that is one that I don't have with me physically in my art room. I'm not sure what order to show this to you guys in, so maybe I'll put these off to the side. I want to share this one first because it was my Canada Day collage and it is double-sided. So this first side is just a bunch of Canadian celebrities that I could find in magazines. Obviously not all of the famous ones, but just whatever I had. And then on this side I did more of Canadian things. So this was my Canada Day collage. I can leave that video linked. I will do my best to leave the videos linked where I made these. I don't have a video for every collage. Some of the collages I just did on my own time, but I will do my best to link the videos that correlate to the collage so that you guys can watch the process if you're interested. I will go ahead and just jump in. So this one is part of a bathroom series. I really liked this one. Maybe I should find the other one so I can show them to you at the same time. So I made these two together to be a bathroom series. I really enjoy the idea of them, but like I said, I feel like the sink gets a little bit lost here. This one turned out really well, and so I was trying to make something like a companion that would really work, and I think I did a decent job, but just the pedestal. But I really love the toilet one. So this one, yeah, this one was an interesting process. I didn't really have an idea for it. I just started with a few elements and then I just kind of let it go. So there's definitely a color scheme, but there's really no other rhyme or reason to what's happening here. But for some reason, I really quite like it. I think the curls in her braids, the coils of this meat, I don't know, something works for me. I don't know what it is exactly. The next one I have is these doll flowers. It's a bit creepy, but I like it. It's not overly creepy, but there is a creep factor there for sure. I hope you're not getting too much of the glare from the plastic sleeve it's in, but yeah, I liked how this one turned out. And then I had this series, the Close Shave series. In one of my old magazines, there was a whole spread just of, I don't know, men in various stages of shaving their face. I'm not really sure what it was supposed to be advertising, but I do have a handful, so I really like most of these in this series. They are all double-sided, so this big butterfly one, there. So these are the other four. For the most part, I liked how they turned out. A couple of them I didn't love as much, but I mean, you can't win them all, right? but that was kind of a fun. I'm liking making the series, collage series. So then I had this one. It was just a small one. Really has no story to tell. I don't know that I love it, but it's okay. This one I really like. This one I thought turned out pretty good. And there is text on this highway image in the background. There is a line of text, and so I had to be really creative with finding something to cover that. And I think it turned out really, really great. So yeah, there's that one. This one is probably my most recent completed collage. And even saying that, I could probably add something to it because there is a lot of blank space here. But until I figure out what that could be, I like it as it is. It sort of has its own vibe to it. This one was just scraps. I like it better when there's, I think it reads better when there's something white behind. So let's do that. This one is scraps of small scenes. So like this is an image, this is an image, this is an image, this one, and this one. They're all separate images that I just layered into some kind of strange landscape concept. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's like super great, but it was an interesting way to use up those elements. This is another one that I really love. When there's mushrooms in a collage, something is just hitting the sweet spot for me. So I really love the way this one turned out. I think it's pretty cool. This one was fun. I knew I wanted to make this rocket background cool, but I also didn't want to take away from the coolness that it was on its own. I sort of wanted to add something to it to enhance it. I decided that I would put pink/reddish flowers in the smoke, and I think it turned out pretty cool. It was only a 2-element collage, like I only had the background rocket and then the flowers. There's really only 2 elements in it, but I think it turned out well, so I'm happy with it. Let's get our white background again. This is another cool one. I really love how this one turned out. This was one of my earlier ones, and I just love it. I think it's super fun. We have our space scene in the back, although that might be a bit lost. If I didn't tell you it was in space, would you know it? I'm not sure. I could have used a different background, but I wanted to keep it somewhat subtle so that the fish and the people stood out and it didn't get too muddied. So yeah, I really like this one. I love those goldfish. They look really cool. Then I made this bride and groom scene. It's really funny because I made this and then shortly after that, then Rosie also did a wedding vibe collage. So I thought that was really fun. But yeah, this is the one that I came up with, and I'm decently happy with it. It's not a favorite, but yeah, it works. Then we have this one. This was my very first collage, and I love the way it turned out. The snake perspective is a bit wonky, so I probably would have, this is my first one, so I only had a few materials to pick from. But now that I have more, I would probably have looked for something else in this spot. But everything else, I really, really like how it looks and the quirkiness of it. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun. This is one that was specifically inspired by one of Rosie's collages, because she did, I think, one of these like 70s houses with fish, and so I thought that was really fun. And so I did something similar. Yeah, I really like how this turned out too. It is fun, although all of the colors are quite like the same tone, the same value, I'll say. And I feel like nothing really pops out, which maybe is okay, I don't know. maybe I need to add something sitting on the chair to make something pop in the image, but I'm okay with how it is. This is also one of my favorites. However, I messed up on this background because I didn't pull it all the way this side. I didn't pull it all the way to the left, and that was just a oversight on my part, and so now it doesn't fully translate there. I could just trim it, and I might have to at some point, but yeah, it is what it is. You make mistakes. This is another one. I really liked this background moon phase image with the skyline, city skyline. And yeah, I just kind of put some things together, and this is what we got. I thought these guys in a lineup standing really strangely was kind of funny, so I put them on a pod of peas. This is another one of my favorites. I really love how this sea creature is like swimming in the mountains, but we're in space, but there's this giant kid on this highway. I just think it's really neat. I really like this one. And my last one, and also a recent one, is this one. Bears floating in space with sailboats and such. So yeah, I don't know. This collaging hobby has been a lot of fun to discover for me. I've accumulated a lot of books and a lot of magazines now, so I feel like I shouldn't be dry on images to choose from. But yeah, this is kind of like my first year experimenting with collage, and it's been such a blast, and I can't wait to see what 2023 brings for my collaging journey, I suppose. Thank you guys so much for touring my collages for the past year with me. I really appreciate when you guys stick around and comment and subscribe and share with your friends and stuff. That really means a lot to me. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you for watching and for being such an awesome, supportive community. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!